Good day. So welcome to this lecture video. So we are going to talk about elementary logic. So I am teacher Melai. So this is the outline of the topic. So we're going to discuss logic, propositions, and propositional variables. So what is logic? So basically, logic is the basis of all mathematical reasoning. So the rules of logic specify the meaning of mathematical statements. So we can find in our lessons using notation, so we encounter some notations there that we know that is the meaning and that is the rule. So in our lesson in mathematical conventions, it is because that is the language of mathematics. So here, we also use the symbols, and that symbols is actually basis of our mathematical reasoning. So we will talk about just a brief background, or rather a brief informations about using mathematical logic. And what is the importance of mathematical logic? So aside from giving meaning to mathematical statements, so as mentioned, some of the rules gives meaning to the mathematical um, statements. It also now identifies or distinguished whether the mathematical arguments are valid or invalid. And this mathematical logics are the one they placed in, or rather they apply in computer science. And what is a proposition? So proposition is a declarative statement that is either true or false. So let's have here some examples. So what we are going to do is identify whether these statements are propositions or not propositions. So for the first one, the capital of the Philippines is Manila. So we know that this statement is true. So since we know that this is true and this is stated in declarative form, this example is a proposition. So how about the second one? What is your name? So it is in a question form. It is not a declarative. You cannot identify whether it is true or it is false. So it is not a proposition. Then next, the world is COVID-19 free as of September 2020. So we are aware also that right now we are still experiencing the pandemic. This is a false. So since we know that this is false and this is again stated in declarative form, then no doubt this example is a proposition. So please bring this back to me. So it is not a proposition because it is not stated in declarative form. It is imperative. It is stated in imperative form. So it gives it asks you to do some actions. And then next, the sum of 5 and 7 is true. So it is a true statement or a true sentence. It is declarative. So it is a proposition. Next, the result of multiplying two numbers is called quotient. And we know that the result of multiplying two numbers is called the product. It's not the quotient. So here, it's again a statement or rather a sentence that is false. It is a declarative, so it is a proposition. And the last one, how are you? It is not declarative. It is in interrogative form. It is not a proposition. So just to summarize, the first item is stating that the capital of the Philippines is Manila is an example of proposition. The world is COVID-19 free as of September 2020. Please, the sum of 5 and 7 is 20. And the last one is the result of multiplying two numbers is called the quotient. So all other sentences or statement here are not proposition except to the one mentioned. Okay, so how can we represent now propositional variables? So In the variable in general, we can use any letter. So just like also here in propositional variable, the usual propositional variables used are P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, and all other letters in the alphabet. And we use a small letter, not capital letter, for propositional variable. Thank you for watching.